Donald Trump will be the next president of these United States. Let's talk about that when we come back. This is Rob Bell, and this is Rob's Rant. While we running around here and, having our heads stuck up, where and in the sand and going about our daily business and not really paying attention to this presidential race, something is really happening right under our eyes. Donald Trump is winning in just about every state that he campaigns in these primaries. And as a result, he's going to blow his guys that he's running against out of the water. He already has. And the reality is he's going to be the next president of the United States. Why? Because Bernie Sanders can't beat him and Hillary Clinton can't beat him. I don't care how many of us vote for Bernie Sanders or vote for Hillary Clinton and, they have an agenda. And by the way, their agendas, in my opinion, are not so great, especially for African Americans as far as I see it. But that's another rant for another day. But, Hillary seems to be the front runner for the Democratic nomination, and Donald is going to be the front runner for the Republican nomination. And as much as those Republicans don't want to admit it and don't want to vote him in for the sake of the party, they're going to have to do that. And the result is, if Hillary wins and Donald Trump wins, I don't think Hillary can beat Donald Trump. I just don't think she has enough, whatever it takes to become the president of the United States, to beat Donald Trump. He has a lot of money. He's very charismatic. He has a lot of people backing him up. He doesn't have to bow down to any lobbyist because it's his money that he's spending. And that's why he says and does what he wants to do. And we got all these bigots and prejudiced people and fools climbing from under these rocks to support a guy like Donald Trump because they support his vision. If you African American, if you are Mexican, if you are Muslim, Donald Trump has no place in his heart or his policies for you. And so if you really think he does, and there's a lot of crazy ass African Americans out there backing Donald Trump like he's going to do a damn thing for us. If you really think that he has a place for us in the White House, oh, he don't. He talk about building walls. He talk about not allowing people to come to this country. He's talking about a whole lot of craziness. He hasn't said anything about African Americans yet because he needs the African American vote. But, oh, you best bet that when he gets into office, we ain't going to be on his plate. We are not. We are going back in time, and this is going to be probably the most horrific part of our history in the United States. Why? Because we have some semblance of freedom. We have some graciousness of being able to do and flow and kind of say what we want to say as opposed to how it used to be back in the day. And we've gotten used to that. And so now we got somebody that's getting ready to come into office, and to some degree, it's going to take our voice away from us. And we ain't going to have a goddamn thing. And we are going to suffer. No social programs, no people helping the poor, no people helping the disenfranchised. They're going to lock more people up than ever before. And this country is going to be crazy. You already got people coming out talking about they wanted to be like it used to be back in the day. Are you crazy? All the steps that we have taken in this country from a civil rights standpoint to get to where we are now, not that it's the greatest thing at this point, but it's a whole hell of a lot better than it used to be. And now we're going to put somebody in the office to take us back to the way we used to be? We cannot let that happen. But I'm afraid that no matter what we do, it's going to happen. Because we got a bunch of yahoos and a bunch of crazy fools out there that back the rhetoric of a guy like a Donald Trump. So I guess this video is not to tell you to try to get him not elected. I mean, to some degree it is, But to a bigger degree, in my opinion, I don't think what we do or how much we do, we're not going to be able to defeat this guy, Donald Trump. So hold on to your bootstraps. It's getting ready to get, as we say in the hood, real out here. And as it gets real, we're going to get screwed. This is Rob Bell, and this is Rob's Rant.